Welcome back to the vlog. Very, very special guest today, David Tang, who has been hanging out here for quite an extended period of time. Kind of takes his own little spot back there and it's always heads down. And I haven't really had the time, which is totally my bad, but things are just moving at the speed of light to catch up with you.
Yeah.
So firstly, welcome to the vlog.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
It was unfortunate on my side. I missed you on Clubhouse a couple of times. But definitely sparked the, I need to reach Dave because I want to hear his story.
Yeah.
So, digital agency, you successfully exited a digital agency. Let's start there.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I was in corporate for quite a while, but I always knew that there was a part of me that always wanted to do my own thing. So that was always lingering in the background. And for me, it was never a question of, will I do it? It was always a question of when.
Yep.
So my wife and I moved to the UK for a while after we'd been in corporate for a bit, and we had a very corporate job over there, and it was great. We sort of meant to go for a year, ended up going for 4.
Yep. Know that all too well.
Yeah, that's it.
Was supposed to go for 2, ended up staying for 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. It was a sort of amazing part of a phase in our lives. We got to travel and we did all of that, but we sort of then decided it's time to go home. So we actually had so you and I both have 2 little girls, but we had my daughter Isla there, and we came back. And when I came back, it was an opportunity to say, look, there's no obligations at the moment to, because we always want to do the right thing. We don't want to sort of leave any organization with any problems or anything like that. So we said, okay, look, now's a chance. Yes, we're starting a new family, but now's the time. So basically, coming back from London, I said, okay, I'm just going to try and figure this out and try to build something. Yep. And one thing led to another, and ended up falling into a digital agency. And it was great. It was my whole world for 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. What year was it?
That was 2013.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that was basically starting from nothing, really. Yep. So just one of my good mates, he had his own digital agency, so I was really fortunate to have a mentor and a business partner in that. But largely from there, it was really just trying to figure out, how do we do this?
Yep. And so what were you doing? Digital agency is like really
it's very broad.
We're in co-working, but we're kind of not.
Yeah.
Like 85% of our business is in private office.
Yeah.
So digital agency is an umbrella.
Yeah. What is it? So we started off building websites, designing and building websites. Yep. Funnily enough, the first, I don't know if you remember Chili Patty. So Chili Patty, yeah. So they were one of our first clients actually.
Cool.
And we were scrapping, I was just so excited to get it. And at the time they said, okay, look, this is our budget, and it was like $2,000. And I said, fine, we'll do it.
You've made it.
But the thing was, they wanted multiple sites for that. And I knew that was not sustainable. But at the time we said, look, we've got to do it.
Yeah.
We've got to just put in the time, put in the hours. And I have quite a technical background. And over the years, I suffer from that. Some would call it like a problem. But for me, I suffer from that syndrome where I just believe I can do anything. So as long as I'm given the time.
You're at the mecca of I can do anything, yeah?
Given the time, given, the time to basically sit down and figure it out. Yep. There's nothing I don't believe that I couldn't do, right?
Yeah, 100%. You're speaking to my soul right now.
But that works against you as well, because it also means that, you want to be able to look over everything, and you're just so optimistic. Yep. For me, we've spoken about this in the past, there's so many shiny objects when you get into business that, you get approached by this and it's like, that would be amazing. I could do that.
Yep.
That looks amazing. I could do that. And then you start soon to realize after a while that maybe I'm doing a bit too much.
Master of one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it. So, I went through that journey as well over the next 7 years. And the agency was great. We built it to about 20 people at one point. And then in 2019, that had been my whole world for those 7 years. But I went in 2019 saying, okay, look, I want to take this to the next level. Because like you, and it sounds trite, but, I'm always trying to figure out how to just get to the next level. No matter where I am, it's always, it's just again, it's like a problem I have. You know, it's something that I just want to continue.
Cursed with ambition. I get it, man. I get it.
It doesn't matter where you are, and I don't think it's ever going to stop, right?
Loud and clear. And so you exited
Yep.
the digital agency.
The digital agency, yeah.
And now you're back in startup world.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that was the thing. So when I got back from London, I taught myself how to build apps, right? And so I was always in that world where I wanted to get into the startup ecosystem. And I fell into a digital agency world, which was more small business. It was a service-based organization. And, you know, I realized that, you know, I love this and it's taught me so much and it's given me so much. But, you know, where I see myself in 10 years, I want to be back in the startup ecosystem. I want to be building something that's going to add value to, you know, millions of people. So that's sort of where that revelation came from. And then the opportunity came up. So I actually then invested and joined an ex-client. So Groupee actually was a client of ours who we met in 2016.
Cool.
And Jared at the time had come up with this idea. But over the years, the product had pivoted, and since joining, you know, over the last, I think it's been about 7 months now, it's been amazing. You know, just jumping back in and just sort of getting and focusing on that one thing with him has been a lot of fun, and I've learned so much. Groupee, in its current iteration, basically, it's a split payments platform that basically helps people prepayment collect funds.
Yep.
So the idea is that we all go through life owing people money, right? And there's always that, you know, you have phases where there's always that person where you always got to chase them up, and it's one of those things where, you know, if we can eliminate that need to owe people money, then, you know, the world's in a better place. Because the challenges and the awkwardness of chasing money is one of those things like where it gets you back to living the experience as opposed to worrying about how you're going to pay for it. So Groupee as a platform is based around that, basically trying to make sure that, or trying to split money or split payments at that point in time.
Right. So let's say we went for lunch. And let's say the restaurant or the cafe says no split bills. So I can flick some money to you.
Exactly.
And then you can pay via your gateway.
Exactly, that's right. So the platform, what we do is we issue every user a MasterCard, a Groupee MasterCard, and at that point in time where we're about to settle the bill, we both transact. So I'll take, you know, $20 from you, I'll put in $20 myself, and it goes onto my MasterCard, and then I just basically tap and pay with my MasterCard. So we've both paid already. I don't need to follow you up. I don't need to send you a reminder.
I dig it.
You know, and
we're gonna come back because you're still very much in development.
Correct, yeah.
And I don't think you popped out, have you?
Well, we have the products in the App Store, and but it's still very early days.
Okay.
Know,
so maybe we'll give it, you know, 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about this. I'm actually like, I knew about it, guys, but I'm really excited about it.
Yes.
I think you know, I think about like the total addressable market.
Yes.
So I gave a great example when it comes to cafe, but it could be anything really.
Well, that's it. I mean, we just recently...
Birthday presents.
That's it. We just recently, just yesterday actually, launched BPay. So we integrated BPay into the product. And if you think about the addressable market in that, like when we lived in London, we had 3 couples living together. And we would pay rent together. We did everything together. So having a product like Groupee would have been amazing. Yeah. Because, you know, whenever we went out to groceries, someone would always be, you know, paying that portion and then going back and recalculating and figuring out who owes who what. So with Groupee, you don't have to do that anymore.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it. Guys, you'll get more details in the links and descriptions below. Dave, thank you for being part of the Cubes community.
Thank you very much for having me.
I love what you're up to, and I can't wait to just see it just explode. A couple of my friends are in the buy now, pay later sphere. Brad Lindenberg and a couple of other guys. And I hope you have equal, if not greater success than that, because that's just like a bullet train on the way to, amazing. All right, guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot.